Hello and welcome to the GBHL podcast. You're here with your host GBHL Jamie, and this is a little bit different in front of you today. I am reviewing a board or card game that I've had for a while now and really wanted to sort of show it off. And the game is Odin's Ravens. It's made by Osprey games. You probably know them through Frostgrave, but they've also made a bunch of other games such as The King is Dead, Agamemnon, and most recently Escape from Colditz, a sort of rehash of the game. And this is Odin's Ravens. So it's a two-player card game, and the aim of the game is that you've got to take your Odin's Raven and race to the end of the world and back again. I've not fully set the game up yet. I've put 12 of the 15 or 16 race cards out. So 4 more need to go out. But there are a few rules that if you do pick the game up, you need to know when creating your race track. So the rules will be in that every card needs to have a differing icon or location next to it. So you see here you've got the snowy mountains next to the rocks, fjord next to snowy mountains, forests, field, etc. so on. So we're just going to finish off the remaining 4 and I'll show you the rules for placement. So we place this one, no problem. Differing icons, you've got your snow next to your field and your forest next to your rocks. So there we've got 2 fields next to each other. You simply just flip the card around, solve the problem by having field next to trees and field next to rocks. Uh-oh, not scripted at all. We've got 2 fields next to each other, and I'm probably actually going to go off camera with this, so I'm going to pull this back a little bit. 2 fields next to each other, you can flip it round, still get the same effect. So this card's discarded, put to the bottom of the pile from the draw deck. Draw another card, 2 rocks. All's well with the world again. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Last card, it's fine to go down, none of the symbols match. 16, that's our racetrack. So how do the birds race along the path is the next question. How do I win? So at the start of the game, well, you've got 2 types of card that you can use during the game of Odin's Ravens. You have got your flight cards, which have images of the various locations, and you spend them to travel along that one location. So for instance, if I had in my hand the fjord card and I was playing as the White Raven, I could spend that and move on to the fjord. If I also had in my hand this, I could spend that, move on to the field, and so on and so forth. The other type of card you've got available to you is the Loki card. Well, the Loki card will typically changes the board state in some description. There's a couple of them. This one here allows you to either draw 2 new cards or put a bridge in the game, and a bridge would be a land card such as this, and you would put it legally down to make someone's path longer. So now that the bird has to fly along the bridge. That's one of the Loki cards. Another one here. The top symbol is to rotate the card around, so you might spend it and flip this card around here, resulting in 3 of the same location next to each other, which means that when you do spend a card, you travel over all of that one type. And the bottom symbol on that card is to remove a part of the track. There's obviously a bit of risk and reward in doing something like that, because whilst it makes the path shorter for yourself, it also makes it shorter for your opponent. So you've got to plan when to use your Loki cards. Another one is this card. This allows you, the top symbols here allow you to either swap a card around, so you might choose to swap, say, this field here to give yourself an easier path here, or the bottom symbol on it here allows you to remove part of the track and push it somewhere else. So you might choose to slide it down here so that you give yourself 2 rocks to cross over and you ignore this space, but in doing so you've obviously given your opponent 3 grass, but when you return you'll also have that. A really simple one, move a bird forwards one or move a bird backwards one. So obviously it benefits yourself to get across quicker and slows down your opponent. And that are the 4 types of Loki card. So to start off the game, you create a hand of 5 and you can draw from either deck the flight cards or the Loki cards. And the goal is simply to try and progress as long as possible. So an example hand, unfortunately I've not got any of the GBHL hosts with me, so we can't give you a quick playthrough or anything. But I might take 1, 2, 3, 4 flight cards and a Loki card. Have a look at them. So we can see, I'll play as the White Raven. To progress forwards, I'd need to have a Fjord symbol. Unfortunately, I don't have any of them, so I'm going to play my Loki card now. There. To rotate this around. Then I'll spend the rocks to move forwards 1. Unfortunately, I'm out of Loki cards and I don't have any fields. So what I can do as a partner mechanic in the game is to spend 2 of the same type of flight path to move forwards over 1. Unfortunately now I've come to an end. I don't have 1 card left in my hand, which is the forest. Unfortunately I'm again up next to rocks. So I get to draw back up to 3 in my hand. 3 into my hand, sorry. So I could take it from the flight path. Still got a rock from the flight path again. Not going well. I'll try and help myself out with a Loki card. So next turn I'll be able to draw 2 more before my turn starts if I wanted to. Play progresses on as you hinder each other and try and win the race basically. And typically a game takes about 15 minutes. It's really good fun and I'd like to try and get a GBHL host on here with me to play it, or anyone else in the community. So guys, that's been how to play Loki's Ravens. Let us know in the comments below if you'd like to see more of these types of videos. I'm super keen on doing it because in all honesty, board games and card games are sort of taking over my sort of love of miniature gaming a little bit, although there will always be a place in my heart for a strategy battle game. So, as ever guys, be sure to comment, like, share and subscribe. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Support your Hobbit host in the links below. Support your Hobbit hobby. And happy strategy battle gaming everybody.